Hey everybody, and welcome back to my kitchen. Today, I'm gonna show you how to make pizza dough. Let's get started. All right, I'm gonna show you my easy recipe for homemade pizza crust. First, we're gonna start out with 2 1/4 teaspoons of active dry yeast. And to this, we're going to add 1 teaspoon of sugar, and we're gonna add 1/4 cup of water. Now, our water is warm, so it will activate the yeast. We'll give this a quick stir. And now we're going to let this sit for about 5 minutes until it gets foamy. So to our yeast, we're going to add 1 tablespoon of olive oil. And we're gonna give that a stir. Right here I have 3 cups of bread flour. You can also use all-purpose flour or wheat flour, whatever you prefer. And to my flour, I'm going to add 1/2 teaspoon of coarse salt. We'll give that a good stir, and then we'll make a well in the center. And we're going to add our yeast mixture right into the center. And to this, I'm also going to add 1 1/4 cups of warm beer. Now with our hands, we're just going to mix this together and make a nice soft dough. All right, and once it comes together, you can move it onto your countertop. We'll add a little bit of flour to this, just on top, to help keep it from sticking. And we're gonna just bring it together, kneading it back and forth. All right, now we're just gonna sit here and knead this for between 5 and 7 minutes. All right, after we've kneaded this for about 5 to 7 minutes, we're going to stick it back in our bowl. And I like to add just a little bit of olive oil to the bowl. And then we take the dough and put it in, just kind of spread it around. And then I'm just gonna stick a towel on top of this, stick it over on the side, and let it rest for about 30 to 40 minutes. All right, now that we've let our dough rise for about 30 to 40 minutes, it's kind of doubled in size, we're gonna go ahead and pour it out here onto our countertop with a little bit of flour. And I'm just gonna knead it for just a minute to get some of those air bubbles out. Okay, and now to this dough. If you have a kitchen scale, you can weigh this out and then have it divided into thirds equally. But if you don't have a scale, that's okay, you can just eyeball it. So I'm going to go ahead and just eyeball this. And we're going to put it into thirds. And then just make sure you kind of fill them and see. All right, and if that looks good to you, then you can go ahead and start making your homemade pizzas from this point by rolling them out. Or if you want to save them for later, you can wrap these in plastic wrap, and then you can put them in the freezer until later. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wrap these up, put them in the freezer, and save them for the next time we make pizza. As a child growing up, my mom used to make homemade pizza for us all the time. I love that now I can make homemade pizza for my own children. This pizza dough recipe is so easy and you're gonna love it. If you liked this pizza dough recipe, give us a thumbs up. Leave us a comment on what your favorite pizza recipe is. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We'll see you next time.